Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Inshallah, we'll get started now. Today is our last session for the lesson number 9. After this, we'll only have one lesson left from book number 3 that we should be able to finish within 2 weeks, I'm assuming. So let's get started, inshallah. So I'll share my screen with you right now. All right, so let's get started. Darsu Tase. So let's look at vocabulary first very quickly because it will again show up during the exercises that we have today. So qa'imatun, which is the list, we had already talked about, what kind of a list that is. The students are, the students were actually selected for a specific university, and then their names were actually not in the list. So that's the list we're talking about. Ilaqatun, which is connection. Ma'na, which is meaning. Lahzatun, which is moment. Iddatu as'ila, a number of pages. Idda is basically means a number. And ranna, which is it rang. Khalaqa, he created. Rafa'a, he raised. Tinun, which is mud or clay. Hadara, he attended or he was present. Narun, which is the fire or the hellfire. Iddatu kutub, which is the number of books. Asimatun, which is capital city. Mukhtalitun, mixed. And we remember, if you remember, we talked about the dust or the dirt mixed with clay, which was dirt mixed with water. We talked about that is the clay. And kazalika, like that. Janun, which is jinn. Hadidun, which is iron or metal. Hakaza, like this or so. Jarasun, which is bell. Asanta, which is you have well done or well done. So let's start going into the exercises right away. One second, let me see who's here today. Okay. This is our first exercise. So before we go into the exercise, I wanted to just make sure that everybody can be reminded of why this exercise is there. So I've added these from the very first lesson for lesson number 9. That way it just gives us a reminder because we have done the lesson number 1 long time ago. So in Arabic, when there is a specific term which is called as fi'l ta'ajjub. One quick second, sorry. So in Arabic, there is a term called fi'l ta'ajjub. We looked at it the last time also, which is called as the verb of wonder. And always have the form of ma af'aluhu, ma af'aluhu, and one can use the pronoun who or any other pronoun in the accusative or replace it by a mansoob noun. For example, ma atyabaka, how good are you? Ma afkaraha, how poor she is. Ma aksar nujumu, how numerous the stars are. So it's like when you say what a beautiful car or what a how beautiful how beautiful is this car, right? So or how easy is this lesson? Oh, what a easy lesson, right? So it's like a verb of wonder in English, or in Arabic it will be called as fi'l ta'ajjub. Now you have to remember how the words are used. Ma'aksar nujuma. So the last word is actually mansoob, and can see that it has a fatha on top. The very last letter will take a fatha on top. And ma'ashala haza darsa. How easy is this lesson? And again, in the end, the last letter that you see it will take a fatha. Okay, so now let's go into the exercise. The exercise, the examples that we have has a rajulu tawilun, and you can see that when we change this to a fail ta'ajjub, we call this as a ma atwala, hazar rajula. Ma atwala hazar rajula. Next one is hazal baytu kabirun. This house is big. Ma akbara hazal bayta. Ma akbara hazal bayta. So you can see there are two nouns over here. So the bayt from baytu change into bayta and kabirun change into akbara. And same thing for the next one. Hazi sayyaratu jamilatun ma ajmala. Instead of jamilatun, ma ajmala hazihi sayyarata. So this is the exercise that we have. And what we'll do between the two participants, the two of students that we can do, you can see the words that we have in the end. So the word baridun will change into abrada, the word jamilatun will change into ajmala, the word rakhisun will change into arkhasa, the word sahlatun will change into ashala, and the word kasiratun will change into aksara. However, you have to make the whole sentence. So you'll have to change the sentence on your right hand side. For example, hazal ma'u baridun. You will have to change this into a verb of wonder or fail ta'ajjub. So let's start with brother Hafiz Muhammad Usama and brother Abdullah Saeed. So brother Hafiz Muhammad Usama can do alif ba jim and then one, and then brother and you'll have to translate these also. And and brother Abdullah Saeed can do 2, 3, 4, and 5 and also translate these.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هذا الرجل طويل. This is tall man. This man is tall.
Mhm.
ما أطول هذا الرجل. How tall is this man? هذا البيت كبير. This is a big house. ما أكبر هذا البيت. How big is this house? هذه السيارة جميلة. This car is beautiful. ما أجمل هذه السيارة. How beautiful this car is. هذا الماء بارد. This is cold water. ما أبرد هذا الماء. How cold is this water?
Very nice. MashaAllah. Brother Abdullah Saeed. Brother Abdullah Saeed, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Sorry about that. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nujumu jamilatun, beautiful stars. Ma ajmala nujuma. How beautiful are the stars. Has al kalamu rahis rahis. This this rahis is هذا كلام رخيص. This pens, this is كلام pen رخيص is what again?
Say that one more time, sorry.
رخيص هذا كلام رخيص. This pen is, this is رخيص is what again? What
Cheap.
is رخيص?
Cheap.
Oh, cheap. Okay. So what a cheap pen. ما أرخص قلم. What a cheap pen.
Ma
So هذا
Bilal Bhai,
Hadal Kalama.
we cannot hear anyone. I just heard you saying ma fala.
Can nobody hear
yeah.
Brother Abdullah Saeed?
No.
I'm actually traveled. I mean, there's no
I can
network.
hear him. We can hear him. Sabi, we can
Okay.
hear him.
Okay.
Okay. So
Anybody else having a
four.
problem listening to Brother Abdullah Saeed?
Yeah, I didn't hear anything either.
That's strange. I can hear him very properly. Okay, Brother Abdullah Saeed, please continue.
Okay. لغة عربية سهلة.
اللغة.
اللغة عربية سهلة. The Arabic language is very easy. ما أسهل لغة عربية. What easy or how easy is what easy Arabic language?
How easy is the Arabic language?
How easy is Arabic language?
With an exclamation sign in the end, right? So you have to remember that in the end, every single one of these sentences will have an exclamation sign that makes it the verb of wonder or fil ta'ajjub.
Okay.
Okay.
نجوم كثيرة.
An-najum.
So النجوم كثيرة. So many stars.
The stars are so many.
Are so many. Okay. ما أكثر نجوم. What? How? What?
How
How
many
do you
are the
say what?
stars?
How many are the stars? That's a question for me, right?
Yeah,
How many are the
it looks
stars?
like a question, but it's not. It's a verb of wonder.
Yeah. What many? How? It's difficult to put it. Okay,
Yeah.
inshallah. Looks like
How
a
many are
question.
the
How many are
stars?
the stars? That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best. Okay.
Very nice,
All
mashallah.
right.
All right. So then here's the translation and the answer for all of these that you guys did. It was really good, by the way, between the both of you. And very same exercise, but it will be two different students that will do this. Exactly the same exercise, but it will be done by two additional students right now. So that can be done between Sister Azumi and Sister Naila. So Sister Azumi, if you can do number 6 and 7, and Sister Naila, if you can do number 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Lamnu Hasana.
Hasanun.
Hasan. That's nice milk.
The milk is great.
Okay, the milk is great.
Mhm.
Ma asana labna. What great milk,
How great is the milk?
or how great is the milk? هذه سيارة سريعة. This car is fast.
Very good.
ما أسرع هذه سيارة. How fast is this car?
Excellent work. MashaAllah. Very good. Sister Naila, number 8, 9, and 10.
Al-Qamarul Jamilun. The moon is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Ma ajmala al-Qamaru.
Kamara.
Sorry, Kamara. How beautiful the moon is.
How beautiful is the moon? Yep, it's fine.
Is the moon, okay. Hazal qamisu wasikhun. This shirt is dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Ma awsakha. Hazal qamisu wasikha.
هذا القميص. ما أرسخ هذا القميص.
Also, I missed a little bit in the beginning, I guess. So it's become the ma is gonna turn into fatha.
Yeah, it turns into fatha. It will become a mansoob. So mansoob will always take a fatha. So ما أرسخ هذا القميص.
Okay, ma awsakha hazal qamisa wasikhun or wasikh. Oh, we
No,
already
you
did the
already said.
awsakha. Yeah,
You
sorry.
already said أرسخ.
Yeah, okay. How beautiful the shirt is.
How dirty the shirt is.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. How dirty the shirt is. Hazal faslu nazifun. This class is clean.
Mm-hmm.
Ma anzafa hazal fasla. How clean is the class?
Very good. Class to classroom. That is absolutely.
Classroom, yeah. Sorry.
And here is the translation as well as the answers for all of these. Very good. MashaAllah. So exercise number 2. So this is very easy, by the way. There is really not a lot that we'll have to do over here. So I'll just ask one of you guys to be able to just translate one of these. And the only thing that we have to look at is that when we say, when we talk to somebody, when we call somebody, we will not say Ya Bilalun or Ya Hamidun. we'll simply say Ya Hamidu, Ya Bilalu, Ya Ustazu, Ya Waladu, right? However, when we are talking to somebody, like, they are a daughter of somebody or they're related to somebody, then of course we'll have to talk about the mudaf and mudaf ilay. You have to remember that difference only. So if I'm calling somebody directly, for example, I'm calling ya Bilal. So I'm only going to say Ya Bilal, but in the Mus'haf form, we'll actually say Ya Bilalu. But when I'm talking to the daughter of Bilal, then I'm going to say Ya Binta Bilalin. Why? Because the Bilal actually is the mudaf ilay, so it will take the kasra or kasratain. So that's the only difference you have to remember over here. That when you are calling somebody directly, then you'll actually call them with just simply their name, but without the tanween. But when you are calling them as for example, with the relation, or you're talking about the mudaf and mudaf ilay, then you have to remember the rule of mudaf ilay. For example, Ya Rabbal Kaabati, right? Ya Rabbal Kaabati, or Lord of Kaaba. You can see that over here. Rabbal Kaaba, in the end, the Rabbal Kaabati, it is taking a kasra. So that's the only difference. So I'm only going to ask one of you guys to be able to just simply translate. So the rest of those are simple words, right? So for example, Muhammadun will change into Ya Muhammadu, Hamidun will change into Ya Hamidu, Ustazun will change into Ya Ustazu, Ukhtu Hamidin will change into Ya Ukhta Hamidin. Abdullahi Ya Abdullahi, right? So now the next upcoming ones will be, for example, Ya Aliyu will actually will be Ya Aliyu, Ya Abbasu, Ya Rajulu, Ya Bintu, Ya Shaykhu, Ya Maryamu, Ya Abdullahi, Ya Binta Khalidin. Now, my question to you from all of these ones, can anybody translate this word in the middle on line number 4? Ya Saiqis Sayyarati. Ya Saiqas Sayyarati. What is a Saiq?
Driver, I think so.
Very good. Yeah. The Saiq means the driver. And that was
That's the
actually, yeah, that was, if you remember, I had sent you long time ago, there was a conversation between a taxi driver and a passenger, that document that I had sent to you. So that the word was actually written in that particular document. So, anyways, this was part of the exercise that was in your book. But there's really no exercise over here. You just have to remember that you cannot call somebody, for example, with their name and say Ya Bilalun. You're gonna have to say Ya Bilalu or Ya Bilal. But if it is a mudaf and mudaf ilay, so you have to remember the rule of mudaf ilay. Here is the answer for all of these and how these words will actually change. Okay, so the next exercise, we learned that before the nasab ending of the sound feminine plural, we have learned earlier that the normal nasab ending of the noun is a, right? Innal baita jadidun qara'atul kitaba. So now we also learned that the nasab ending of the noun is in the sound feminine plural form is e instead of an a. Ra'aytul abna'a wal banati. Ra'aytul abna'a wal banati. So in this case, this is a feminine plural. So it will take a kasra, right? So it is going to end with the kasra. So you'll see the sound is will be e. So when you're talking about feminine plural, it will take a kasra. So let's do the exercise. And some examples are over here as well. خلقنا السماوات والأرض قرأت الكتب والصحف والمجلات. مجلاتي is feminine plural. إن الإخوة والأخوات في البيت. So all of these are examples that we learned before. And also إن الطالبات في حافلات. Indeed, the female students are in the buses. So in both cases, so the students are female students. So you're talking about talibati, and the buses also are feminine plural. So fil hafilati. Okay, so the exercise that you see over here, look at the first example. Ra'aytu sayyaratan. Ra'aytu sayyaratan. So I saw the car. Ra'aytu sayyaratin. Ra'aytu sayyaratin. In fact, there should have been sayyarati. I don't know why they said in the book sayyaratin. But you have to look at the examples, and then you also have to change these as per the examples that you see over here, right? So you have three examples, Aleph, Ba, and Jim. So looking at the examples, first read the example, then also change that example into the way the word should have been in from number 1 to number 5. So we'll have two students that can do this, Sister Amina Zaid and Sister Mehreen. So Sister Amina Zaid, you can do Alif Ba Jim and number 1. And Sister Mehreen, you can do number 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay. So رأيت سيارة. I saw the car. رأيت سيارة. I saw the cars.
Mhm.
سألت المديرة الطالبة. The teacher asked the student. سألت المديرة الطالبات. The teacher asked the students.
Mhm.
قرأت المجلة. I read the magazine. قرأت المجلات. I read the magazines.
Very good.
خلق الله الشمس والقمر والنجوم والبحار والأرض والسماوات.
Very good.
Allah created the sun, the moon, the stars, the seas, the earth, and the skies.
Skies of the heavens. Now, for all of these, there's one small little thing that you have to correct, which is everything, every word had an and before that. So Allah created the sun and the moon and the stars and the seas and the
Oh, yeah.
earth and the skies. Yeah, this was really good. This is an ayah of Quran, by the way. Okay. So, Sister Mehreen.
سأل الأب أبناء والبنات. The father asked the sons and the daughters.
Very good.
كتبت هذه الكلمات.
Mhm.
كتبت I wrote these words
Very good.
or sentences.
These words.
These words. رأيت الأطباء والطبيبات. I saw doctors, male and female doctors.
Very good.
غسل الولد السيارة. Dad washed the car.
Very good.
Or boy washed the car.
The boy washed the car. I don't know why I said
Yeah.
that. Okay. So here's the translation for all of these. Now, by the way, in this example, the book made a mistake. So I've highlighted this. They gave the answer as this. So this is not right. It should be Sayyarati. And the translation is at the bottom. Now, same exercise, but two additional students that will do this one. So that we can do between, let's see, what do we have? Between Sister Kiran and Sister Mahavish. Sister Mahavish, can you talk? Can you both talk, Sister Kiran and Sister Mahavish? Sister Kiran and Sister Mahavish, are you able to talk? Okay. So, Brother Daniel Khan and Abdul Rahman. If you can unmute yourself. Okay. So let's start with Brother Daniel Khan. So, Brother Daniel Khan, you can do number 6, 7, and 8. And Abdul Rahman, you can do later on number 9, 10, 11, and 12.
غسل الولد السيارات.
Very good.
غسل
Washed.
okay. ولد boy سيارات. What
So the boy
watched
washed the the boy washed the cars.
right.
So next one.
أخذت الريالات يا بني.
Mhm.
First,
It's a question. Remember, this is a question. Somebody's asking a question.
right. Um,
So let's do one word at a time. Khasta means taking. Did you take something?
did you take reality reals or bunayda?
My son.
My son. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So did you take the reals or the money? And in other words, we'll simply say, did you take the money, oh my son, right? So, but in this case, you can say, did you take the reals, my son? Okay, next one.
سأل بلال زملاءه.
So this will change into zumala'a.
زملاء.
So
سأل.
sa'ala means
I know that.
uh, asking something, or sala means question. So Bilal is Bilal. What is zumala?
زملاء is the oh oh
Classmates.
classmates.
Classmates or the colleagues.
Okay. I can't make sense of this one, but
So Bilal asked or questioned his classmates.
okay. سأل بلال زملاء. Abdullah asked question. Class asked his class fellows questions.
Yeah, Bilal asked his classmates or Bilal questioned his classmates. Either way is fine. Okay. So Abdurrahman, number 9 for you.
سألت زينب زميلتها.
Very good.
Zainab asked the
So what is Zamilati or Zamilatun? It's the exact same thing that you have in the number 8. Brother Daniel Khan, when he was giving the answer, he had the same thing. This in the number.
her colleagues.
It is
Zainab asked her colleagues,
our classmates.
her classmates.
Yeah. Okay. Number 10.
قرأت الكتب والصحف والمجلات.
So it's Qaratul Kutuba was Suhufa, because it will take the nasab, right? So it's a nasab, so it will Qaratul Kutuba was Suhufa wal Majallati. Okay, now translate this.
So قرأت
So what does the word Qaraat means?
I write it this in my book. I don't remember it now.
It is I read.
I read the book.
The books. It is Kutub.
Read the books and the newspapers and
Very
the
good.
magazines.
And the magazines. Very good. Okay. Next one. 11.
رأيت إخوة حامد وأخوته.
Mm-hmm. So Ra'aytu ikhwata Hamidin wa akhawatihi. Okay. Translate this.
رأيت إخوة حامد وأخواته.
Very good. Translate this. Ra'aytu means.
Went out.
Sorry.
Went out.
No. Ra'aytu means I saw.
I saw your brother Hamid and your sister.
So I saw Hamid's brothers and the sisters.
I saw Hamid's brother and the sister.
Brothers and the sisters.
I saw Hamid's brothers and sisters.
Very good. Next one.
قرأنا هذه الصفحات.
Do it one more time.
قرأنا هذه الصفحات.
Very good. Translate.
قرأنا. So I saw.
Nope.
No,
We
you.
read. We read. We read.
We read. We read this.
These.
These newspapers.
Nope. It is pages. So it's like the just like in Hindi you say safa, very same thing over here, safahat. So this is the pages. We read these pages.
We read these pages.
Very good. All right. So the next exercise. Here's the answer for all of these. How to correctly pronounce these, and then what is the translation for all of these? All right. So the next exercise is this. So this is not exactly mentioned in your book with this term. However, I know what this really is, so I just mention it. So whenever you are asking a question and you ask an like, al mudarrisu qala lak, did the teacher tell you, right? Or anything when you say ahaza, ahazi, when you ask a question, that is called as hamzatul istafham. So istafham meaning that you're asking a question or you're trying to ask a question, or it is called as an interrogative alif. So that alif that you see in the green when you before starting a question, um, that is called as an interrogative prefix. Now, the same thing can be done a different way. Can anybody tell me if you have to ask a question, there is one way to say before that, or there is one more word in Arabic that is used. What is that other word?
Hal.
Hal. Hal is the other word that you use before you ask a question. But of course, in the Musaf form, you'll actually always see the word you'll not see hal at all, a lot. So we'll actually go through the interrogative prefix using the right now. However, if you see this, if the noun following the question is starting with an al, then the word changes to alif mad a. So that will be not right? So for example, al mudarrisu qala laka. Instead of, because the word actually is al, it's starting with an al, so you will say al mudarrisu qala laka. The teacher tell you. It's not a huge difference. However, whenever the word or the noun starts, the next word that you will actually have, it starts with an al, then the will actually change into okay? So in this word, for example, ahaza talibu sa'alaka. Now, in this case, the next word is not al, right? The next word is haza. So you'll not say in this case. So just keep that in mind, and that's how the exercise will be done on the next page. So in this one, we can have who's not done yet. So we'll try Sister Mehvish one more time. Sister Mehvish, can you unmute? Because she was having some difficulty trying to unmute the last time. So let's have it to try. If it doesn't work, then we'll go with somebody else. Okay. She was still is unable to unmute. So we'll go back to Brother Abdullah Saeed and oh no, let's go with Sister Mehreen and Sister Amina Zaid. Because I know Brother Osama said that he is going out for like 15 minutes. Okay. So Sister Amina Zaid and Sister Mehreen. So all you have to do in this case, look at the example that we have. All you have to do this is change this into how this word will be pronounced, right? So it's very, very easy, by the way. It's like the answer is already there. So all you have to do this is read it correctly and then pronounce it correctly and then translate this. Sister Amina Zaid, if you can do number 1, 2, and 3, and then Sister Marine, if you can do number 4, 5, and 6.
Okay. الآن خرجت. Do you just pronounce it like a higher edif, like الآن? Is that how
So
it
it
is?
will be al ana.
Okay. الآن
Al-ana.
خرجت. And then translate.
Yep.
Did you go out now?
Yep. Did you just leave?
Did you just leave?
Yep.
اليوم رجع أبوك من دمشق. Did your father just come back from Dimashq?
Damascus. Yep.
And then number 3.
Yep.
Okay. المدرس مريض. المدرس مريض. Is the teacher sick?
Very good.
Al-Mudiru Kala Hakaza. Is the director Kala Hakaza said, what is that?
So hakaza is
What is
so that, or is that so? You can say like that, right? So you can say just that. In this one, it will be like did the manager say that, right? That's all you have to say. Or
okay? Did the
did the
manager
manager say so? Did the manager say so?
okay? Did the manager say so?
Yep.
At-talibul jadidu kasara hazal kursiya.
Yep.
Did the new student kasara break this chair?
Very
Broke
good.
this chair?
Yeah, break this chair. Very good.
Ahazat talibu zarabaka.
Very good.
The talibu zarabaka. Talibu zarabaka. Is ahazat talibu zarabaka.
So let's do one word at a time. Ahaza.
Is this
Okay. Talibu.
student
Daraba. Don't worry about the word ka. Daraba.
hit?
Okay. Now try to make the sentence.
Is the student hit you?
Or did this student hit you? Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, did the student hit you?
Very good. Daraba ka, because it's talking about somebody, whoever that person is hitting. So ka means you. So daraba ka, did the
Yeah.
student hit you? Very good. Okay. So here is the answer and then the exercise for all of these and the translation for all of these. All right. So next exercise, by the way, the session is 1 hour and a half. So we'll actually end this lesson today. So you want to make sure that everybody continues. So this one, very, very simple. You just have to make your own answer, right? So you just have to give your own answer. And for example, the first question is Man khalaqaka, who created you? Khalaqtani Allahu, Allah created me. Khalaqni Allahu, Allah created me. Now, same thing for this. Man darabaka, who hit you? I'll give you something in English and then you can translate this into, I'll use this example that they have in your book and then you can answer the question in Arabic. So let's start with Sister Naila and Sister Azumi. So I'll give you the English words and then you can translate this into Arabic. So Sister Naila, you can do number 1 and 2, and Sister Azumi, you can do number 3. So man darabaka, first translate this. What is the meaning of man darabaka?
Who hit you?
Very good. So you can say, I'll give you the example from your book. For example, they use my name. So you can say Bilal hit me. How will you say Bilal hit me?
Okay. Darabani Bilalun.
Very good. Darabani Bilalun, that Bilal hit me. Very good. So the next one is, so let's translate the next question.
Man sa'alaka hada su'ala. Who asked this question?
Yeah, who asked you this question?
Oh
Sa'alaka.
yeah, you sa'alaka. Who asked you this question?
So you can
Yeah.
say the teacher asked me.
Okay. Al-mudarrisu sa'alaka. No. Al-mudarrisu sa'alun hada su'ala, I guess. No.
If you have to say asked me, how will you say?
Sa'alani. Yeah.
Sa'alani. So Sa'alani.
Al-mudarrisu sa'alani hada su'ala.
Yeah. So or you can say Sa'alani mudarrisu. The teacher asked me.
Okay. Sa'alani al-mudarrisu hada su'ala.
Very good.
The
Very good.
teacher asked me this question.
Excellent work. Very good. Okay, Sister Azumi. So let's translate the question number 3.
أرآك مدرس في المسجد. Did the teacher see you in the school?
Nope. Did you see the teacher in the masjid?
Araka. Okay. Did you see the teacher in the school?
In the masjid. It's a masjid, not a school.
Masjid, mosque, in the mosque.
Yep. So
Okay.
you can say, yes, I saw him. Or sorry, you can say, yes, he saw me. How will you say that?
نعم. رأيت مديرا. رأيتني مدرس.
If you say saw me, how will you say saw me?
رأيت. I saw. That's رأيتني. رأيتني.
How will you say yes? So let's do it this way.
نعم.
Naam.
نعم.
If you say saw me, how will you say that? He saw me.
Is رأيتني.
Ra'ani. Ra'ani.
رآني.
Ra'ani.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay. Let's
okay.
translate what is you see at the bottom. How will you translate these? Bilalun
Bilal.
ra'i.
Bilal رأى.
Okay. Translate this.
Bilal saw me.
Okay. Next one. Anta ra'aita.
أنت رأيت. رأيت. You رأيت.
He.
Oh, أنت رأيت. You saw me.
No, ra'aita. Look at the word ra'aita.
He's.
So how will you translate anta ra'aita?
رأيت. What is رأيت? I've forgotten. I'm
Look at the
confused.
next word. Ra'aita and ra'itu. There's a difference between ra'aita and
رأيت. I saw. أنا رأيت. I saw.
okay.
رأيت. He saw.
Anta ra'aita. How will you say anta ra'aita?
He saw you.
Anybody else? What is anta ra'aita?
You saw.
Yeah, you saw. Right. So anta ra'aita, you saw. So anta ra'aita, you saw. Ra'aita, you saw.
Okay. You saw. أنت means that
You.
you. And the رأيت. So
Ra'aita
he
is because
saw.
it has a fatha, so it will be you saw.
Okay. You saw.
Okay. Here is the answer
But
for
you
all of these.
have excuse me, Ustaz.
Mhm.
Ra'aita, anta, you, ra'aita. So, or what?
So,
I'm confused. Mhm.
so you can say just ra'aita. So if you just say ra'aita, it also means saw, you saw.
O-
But
Okay.
using the
So
word
is the
anta to
answer
explain
that
that.
is
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
ra'aita also means you saw.
Okay. Thank you.
So next exercise, I think it's very easy. Let me see what this one is. Yeah, it's very simple actually. So word ma'ana simply means meaning. And the word ma'nahu means its meaning. And word ma'naha also means its meaning. However, there is a difference between ma'nahu and ma'naha. So here is the answer for all of this. We don't have to go into the exercise. The only difference is that ma'na simply means meaning. Ma'nahu means its meaning, but it's used for masculine because it has a hu in the end. And ma'naha also means its meaning, but it is for use for the feminine nouns, right? So whenever you're trying to translate a masculine noun, you will say the ma'nahu. And when you're trying to translate or you're saying the meaning of a feminine thing, then you'll say ma'naha. That's the only difference. So this was in your book, so I just put it in there anyways. So exercise number 7, this is a very interesting exercise, and this will actually be also part of your assignment for this week. So pay a lot of attention to this. So your entire exercise is dependent on these words. So when we say the word, when the interrogative ma is preceded by a preposition, the alif of ma is dropped. For example, the word ma and you have the word be, you'll not have the alif in the end. You'll simply say bima. Bima. Bima means with what. Please pay a lot of attention. If you want to take a screenshot, you can also do that because your exercise that is on the next 2 pages is dependent on this, and also your assignment for this week is also dependent on this. So Bima, Aleph is dropped and it's called as with what. So for B means with what. Lima, for what or why. For what or why. Mimma, from what, right? Now, you have to remember that the noon of the min has been, removed. It says a mimma, right? Mimma. So it's not like minna, okay? So it is not min ma, it will be mimma. So min and ma will change into mimma. Can anybody give me one ayah of Quran that has the word mimma?
فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق.
Very good, very good. Anybody else?
I think brother that surah was samai wa tariq wa ma adraka ma tariq. Mimma in Dafik?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah. So it
Yeah.
is very common word. Now, so Sama bhai aage, sorry, Sama bhai is back, Sister
No,
Mary.
no, brother.
Okay, no worries. Okay, okay. So
One
this,
sound.
so one more. So anybody else can give me an example of mimma? Do you remember the word mimma khalaqnakum?
Very good.
Mimma khalaqnakum. From what, from what did He create you? So it will be actually part of your next exercise, anyways. So you will see this word when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the creation, and then Allah will use the word mimma a lot in Quran. So whenever Allah is talking about the creation, Allah will always use this word in Quran as mimma, which is from what. So whenever Allah talks about the creation of the humans or the jinns or any other creation that Allah has created, the word mimma is used in Quran. Okay, now the next word is amma. About what? Amma again is an and ma. About what, right? So an and ma will change into amma, about what. So just keep these words in mind. If you want to take a screenshot, that's also okay. But we'll do the next exercise, which is all dependent on these 4 words. All right. So here are these words. Now, first word, line number 1, min and ma change into mimma. All you have to do is you have to translate these words and then translate the answer at the same time, right? So you have the word, you have the question, and then you have the answer. But you can see that the question actually is dependent on the words that I explained to you just before that. So let's start with, who do we have? Sister Amina Zaid and Sister Mehreen, if you can do this between the two of you. So Sister Amina Zaid, if you can do number 1 and 2, and Sister Mehreen, if you can do number 3 and 4. And there's a 5 as well, but they didn't put the number in there.
Okay. مما خلق الله الإنسان. With what did Allah create mankind
From
or
what?
people? From what?
Yep.
Oh, I guess I wrote it down wrong. Oh, مما, yeah, that's right. خلقه من الطين. He made them from clay.
Very good.
بما قتلت الحية. With what did you kill the snake? قتلتها بالحجر. I killed it with a stone.
Very good. Sister Mehreen, number 3, 4, and 5.
Lima kharajta min al-fasli. Lima, why did you leave the class? Lima kharaj. Why did you leave the class?
Yeah, absolutely. This is correct. Yes.
Kharajtul annani marid. I left the class because I was sick. I'm sick.
So I left because I was sick. There's no word for class here.
Oh, okay. I left because I'm sick. Amma bahasta fil madrasati. bahasta. I don't remember the translation for that. Bahasta.
Finding, searching.
Okay. ما بحثت في المدرسة. What
So
what
let's
did
do
you
what,
find?
so let's do one word at a time. So amma means
About what or
about what? Very good. Yes. Bahasta means
bahasta. I found في المدرسة in
it's
this.
bahasta is ta, right? So it's you searched. You searched.
Okay. What did you search in the school or
Yeah,
in the
very
school?
good. Very good.
Bahastu an saati. Bahastu.
Searched.
I search. Yeah, I search for a clock. Saati.
For my watch. Saati means
My
my watch.
my watch. Okay.
So now the same word can be used for finding, by the way. So the word bahasta or bahasta can be used for finding. So you can say, I searched for my watch or found my watch. Either way, the word can be used. Okay. So
Okay.
last
Amma
one.
Amma sa'alta al-mudarrisa. What did you ask or what did you Amma about what? What did you ask? What did you ask about? What did you ask to the teacher?
Very good. Yeah, very good.
سألته عن الامتحان. I asked about the exams.
I asked him. Sa'altuhu.
Okay. Yeah. I asked him about the exams.
Very good. Okay. One quick second, because I know that I also made a mistake in the next one. So I'll correct this beforehand. Share my screen one more time. Because when I translated this, I actually just use he instead of I. Okay. So here's the exercise. And now last exercise is for alladhi and allati. So we already went through this. Alladhi means who, whom, or which, but it is used for mufrad, meaning singular. Allati is also used for who, whom, or which, but it is a singular and feminine. Alladhi is masculine, allati is feminine. Both words are used as singular for who, whom, or which. The plural for alladhi is alladhina, alladhina. And then for allati, the word is allati, allati. Both words are used for who, whom, or which, but it is for jama, meaning the plural. So, for example, I've given that example the last time from since last couple of weeks. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. Those who believe in the unseen and perform the prayers and donate from what we have provided for them. So you can see that the word mimma is also used over here. So, alladina, those who or which, all of these words can be used whenever you're talking about who, whom, or which. The next exercise is all dependent on these alladina or allati or alladi or allati. Here is the exercise. So, the first one, you can see that the example has been given to you. Manil fatalladhi kharaja min al-fasl al-an. And then the change is into a plural. So you have to change the sentence into a plural, not just the noun, but also the allazi will change into allazina and allati will change into allati. So manil fatyatul lazina kharaju min al fasl al an. So the word remains the same, everything else remains the same. The only thing that changes is allazina, allazi into allazi, sorry, allazi into allazina. Al-fata means changing into al-fatayatu, and then kharaja changing into kharaju. So in this exercise, you'll have to do number 1, 2, and 3 and change this into a plural form. And then also translate these sentences that you have in front of you. So, one good second. One quick second. Did I have it here or no? One second. There you go. Okay. There you go. So let's start with Brother Abdullah Saeed and Brother Hafiz Muhammad Osama. So Brother Abdullah Saeed, you can do the first example and just translate this. And then number one, change this into plural form and also translate the singular and the plural. And Brother Sama, you can do number 2 and 3.
بسم الله. من الفتى الذي خرج من الفصل آن. So, which boy من الفتى which boy الذي خرج who entered the classroom just now. So which boy entered the classroom just now will become من الفتيات الذين خرجوا من الفصل الآن. So which boys entered the classroom just now?
You'll say who. Who is the boy? And it's not entered the class,
Oh,
it's actually left the class. It's kharaja.
oh, خرج. Okay,
So
let's
who is the
went
boy
out.
who left the class just now?
Okay.
And then what is the
So,
translation for the next one? The plural? How will you translate the plural?
okay, the plural said, which boys left the class or went out of the class just now?
Very good. Okay. Now let's translate number one, and then you will change into plural form as well in Arabic.
من الرجال الذي دخل
Manir rajulu.
من الرجل الذي دخل بيتكم الآن. So, which boy
Who?
or who رجل which boy who
Man
boy or man. Okay, so many who or
is the
which
man.
man
Who is the
who is
man?
the or who is the man who entered your Beitukum, your house just now.
Very good.
Beitukum.
Yeah, Baitukum, your house.
Yeah.
Now,
So
change this into a plural form. So what you will change is
the
the word rajulu will change and word allazi will change.
من الرجال الذين دخل بيتكم
Dakhalu. Dakhalu.
دخلوا بيتكم آن.
Very good.
So, who are the men that entered your house just now?
Excellent work. Brother Osama, now translate number 2 and 3 and then also change this into a plural form.
أين الطالب الذي جاء أمس?
Amsi.
Where is Amsi? Yes. Where is the student who went yesterday?
Came yesterday.
Class. Who came yesterday? Who came yesterday? So the plural would be أين الطلاب الذين جاءوا أمس?
Very good.
Where are the students who came yesterday?
So Samavaya, I'll give you a very good thing for this particular word. So this word ja'a that you were having a difficulty, there is a very famous surah in Quran that we will do next week in the masjid. What is that surah?
Surah Fath?
No, Surah Nasr.
Surah Nasr, yeah, it's called.
Iza
إذا جاء نصر الله.
ja'a, right? So
نصر
now
الله.
see Iza ja'a. How will you say Iza ja'a? How will you translate Iza ja'a?
جاء would be came.
Yeah,
إذا
Nasrullah wal Fath, right? So try to translate this Iza ja'a Nasrullah wal Fath. How will you translate that?
Nasrullahi would be help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Ja,
how will you translate
Nasrullahi.
the whole thing? Let's do one word at a time. I want to make it interesting.
I'm just finding difficult to find إذا. Ja, Nasrullahi. When إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح. When the help and the victory, when the help of Allah and the victory came.
Yeah, and it will actually. So, Abdul Rahman, why don't you raise your hand? So, you want to say something?
Um, I actually know the meaning of what is a.
Go ahead.
It's once I was looking at the meaning, it was but
Mhm.
the but he came, something like that. So
Actually, will be used for when Allah's help comes in victory, right? So, meaning that when Allah's help. So, by the way, it actually is used for future. I'll explain this some other time, but this actually term is being used for the future. That I'll give a little bit detail. So some scholars considered this surah to be a Madani surah, Surah Nasr, that the surah was actually revealed in Medina because it actually was as an answer when the Fatah Makkah was done. When the Makkah was conquered, some scholars actually comment that this is when the surah was revealed as a victory for the Muslims. And some scholars actually also comment, which is not majority, but they also comment that this surah was actually revealed in Makkah as uh, a future indication for Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that your victory is guaranteed. That it is guaranteed going to happen, and victory of Allah, or the help of Allah will definitely come, and you will actually have the victory. So both are actually different ways of how the scholars have translated. I personally believe that this was actually revealed in Medina when the surah was revealed at the time of the conquest of Makkah. Now there is a very beautiful thing about this particular surah also. There is a there is a particular incident that's the companions believed that when this surah was revealed, they knew something was going to happen. What is anybody knows? There is a Ibn Abbas has a very specific hadith related to this. That when this
I
surah was revealed, Iza Jaa Nasrullah so companions knew something is going to happen in future. Can anybody tell me what that was?
Yeah, I think they were thinking like Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's time for him to go back to Allah subhanahu wa
Yes,
taala.
exactly. So this when this surah was revealed, Abu Bakr Siddiq radhiyallahu anhu actually cried profusely because he knew that this surah is revealed, meaning that the mission of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is completed now, and then Allah has now revealed this surah. That means Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's mission is completed, and he's going to go back to Allah subhanahu wa taala. So this is absolutely right. So this is why there is a stronger opinion that this surah was actually revealed in Medina, not in Makkah, because this was revealed after the conquest of Makkah when the mission was actually completed. So, and whenever the mission of a prophet is completed, they're supposed to go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's when the surah was revealed also. Okay. Anyways, this was too much about the particular surah. However, the word ja'a, this is exactly how the word is actually used. Brother Hafiz Usama, next word. Next sentence, sorry.
So, Zarabtul walad dalladhi zarabani. I hit the boy who hit me.
Very good.
The plural would be Zarabtul awladulladhina zarabani. I
So that
hit the boys who hit me.
so say the plural one more time, Osama bhai.
Darabtul awladulladhina.
Auladal
Awladalladhina. Okay.
last word kya, what is the last word?
Darabani.
It will be darabuni because it's not plural, right? So
Zarabuni.
uh, so for example, when you say atalibul ladina ja'u amsi, right? You didn't say ja'a amsi. For example, when we were saying manir rijalul ladina dakhalu baytukum an, same thing over here. Darabtul awlada ladina darabuni. It will be not be darabani. So the he hit me will change because you're not talking about plural. The multiple people actually hit you, so you'll be darabuni. Okay, here is the translation for all of these. The sequence is wrong, but I'll correct this before I send you slides. Here is the translation for all of these. Now, same thing, but this time it will be for allati and allati. So in this one, we can have Sister Naila and Sister Azumi. Sister
Okay.
Naila, if you can do number one, which is already, the answer is already there. And then number two, so you'll have to translate as well as you'll have to change this into a plural form. And Sister Azumi, you can do number 3 and 4.
الطالبات التي دخلت فصل الآن من الهندي. Who is that student? Who is that student who just entered in the classroom from India?
There is no question mark over here, so it is a clear statement. So the student
Yeah.
who entered the classroom is from India.
Okay. The student who just entered. So we're not going to use who here.
You
That's
will.
what.
The student
Okay.
who just entered the classroom
Okay.
is from India.
Okay. The student who just entered into the classroom is from India.
Very good.
So the plural will be الطالبات اللاتي دخلن الفصل الآن من الهندي. The students, female students who they just entered in the classroom are from India.
Very good. Next one.
الفتاة التي عند المديرة أخت مريم. الفتاة, this girl who is with the principal, she is sister of Maryam. I mean, she is Maryam's sister.
The girl with the principal is Maryam's sister. Your translation
Yeah.
is correct.
Yeah, the girl with the principal is Maryam's sister. So the plural will be fatati,
Fatayatu.
fatayatu with the big ta, and fatayatul lati indal mudirati. I think rest will be the same. Ukhta Maryam.
So akhawatu. Because now you're talking about multiple
Plural.
girls, right? So it will be akhawatu.
Akhawatu Maryama.
Yeah.
So the girls who with the principal, they are Maryam's sisters.
Very good. Sister Azumi, last two for you.
Okay. So, الطبيبة التي في المستشفى that's in Calcutta. The female doctor, this female doctor in the maternity hospital is from England. الطبيبات التي في المستشفى that's in Calcutta. These female doctors in the maternity hospital are from England.
Who are in the maternity hospital?
Who are in the maternity hospital are from England.
Very good.
المرأة التي دخلت بيتنا أمتي this التي
there is no this. There is no haza or hazihi. You cannot say this.
Okay. التي which who?
The woman.
That woman. Okay, that woman that entered our house. That my aunties.
Is our aunt, yes. Not aunties, it's aunts. It's
aunt,
right now
aunt.
it's only a, so let's do the plural.
Okay. Al-Nisa al-Lati dakhalna. An-Nisa al-Lati dakhalna baytana
Ammati.
The women, these women.
The woman.
That woman that entered our house, aunties.
Yeah, are our aunties. Very good. All right, so this is where our lesson will end. And this is the answer for all of these that you just did. And the translation for all of these. And here is your exercise for this week. What you have to do, please pay a lot of attention to this. This is the only exercise or the assignment for this week. You'll have to make two sentences by using each of these words. So each of these words that you have, rafa, khalaqa, ada, jaddu, mimma, bima, lima, amma. You have to make two sentences each. Write it or you can do type it however you want to do this. Two sentences each for each of these words that you see here. You have to write it down in Arabic and then do the translation of that also and then send it in your particular group. So let me see who's here today. Okay. So very simple exercise. Use the words, and if you want to look at your book to be able to make the words, or however you want to do this, if you want to look at the slides to make the sentences, whichever one is easier for you, you can use that. But use these words to make two sentences each in Arabic. Write it down, and then also send the translation for these words. This is your one exercise. But then you also have to the Ayatul Kursi, which is the ayah in Surah Al-Baqarah, you have to translate that word by word. So look at internet wherever you want to look at it, but then translate those word by word. So you can just take that and then write it down word by word, the translation for every single word that you have in Ayatul Kursi, but do it word by word, right? Allahu. So there is Allah and then there is a who. Okay, so there is a big difference. So Allah who. So there is a difference in how you will actually use this word. Allahu la. Then this is another word. Ilaha. This is another word. Allahu la ilaha illahu al hayyul qayyum. Right. So you can look at the translation for that on internet, but you have to translate this one word at a time, and then up top you'll do the Arabic part, and underneath that in a line you'll do the exact word, that translation for that word in English. So these are the two exercises that you have for this particular week. So inshallah we'll
This
meet
one.
next time, and if you have any questions or concerns, please do reach out to me via WhatsApp. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.